gems, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching. My name is glitzzygem. For those who are new to my channel, please subscribe. Please subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to build my subscriber base. It's free, doesn't cost you a thing. Just hit the subscribe button, which is right there, right below the screen. And also hit the bell icon, and then also give me a thumbs up for my video. So today we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna create a look. You know, for those who are makeup lovers, you know, I'm pretty sure you're on YouTube watching videos on makeup and everything, and you just y'all stumbled upon me. So thank you for clicking on my channel, for clicking on my video actually, and if you can subscribe to my channel, that'd be great. We're gonna go ahead and do another eye look. Well, we're gonna go ahead and do an eye look with the this Smoky eye palette by Profusion Cosmetics. And I actually got this at the store for $3.99 at the department store, DD's Discounts. So you can get good Profusions. I've tested these out in the past. And if you would see my video history, I've tested the formula out from Profusion Cosmetics, and they do last for like 8 hours, wearing a primer on your eye. And so they are very good. It does have a good formula to where you're able to it'll last long. It's long lasting, and for the price, I mean, come on, you can't beat $3.99 for a palette like this. So you can see it has some neutral shades and some blue shades here, and I think I want to work in this gray and blue area here to create a look. And these are like really easy. This palette is really easy to create simple looks if you're more of a simple eye person that doesn't really want to do too much to your eye, or don't do too many cut creases, which you can do a good cut crease eye look with this palette here. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these shades. There's no shade names. It comes with a brush here to show you the brush, and it comes in a little. It's fluffy. It's a fluffy bristle brush here, and I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these shades, and so that you can see from left to right how they look. That's like a white shade. It's like a pale white, and most of these are mattes, and there's some satin shimmer or satin mattes in here. Actually, I think the one that swatched was a satin matte, and there's like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 shimmers, and the rest are like satin mattes. I think they're all satin mattes. Yeah, I don't see one that's like just a regular matte. So that was the white shade. Now we're gonna go ahead and swatch this nude flesh tone shade here next to the white. You can barely see it, but it's there. And the just feeling those two satin mattes, they're very very soft, maybe loose. They're like loose pressed, and not very like, they're just very soft. I guess I can compare it to like powder. So so yeah, so that's that for that. And then we have this shimmer shade here, and this one's more like a caramel colored tone. And I'll go ahead and swatch that next to the other one. And this one's pretty nice. I like that shade. The next shade here is another satin matte, and this is more of a darker brown, and the looks more like a chocolate brown to me, milk chocolate brown. And then the next shade next to that one looks more of a taupey color, this one here. Okay, and the one next to the taupe color is, this one's like a dark gray shade, and it's I believe that's a shimmer as well. See that there. Now this one, the reason why I got this palette was for this shade here, this light blue shade. You don't hardly get a lot of light blue shimmer shades that come by, so I really liked it for that shade. And the next shade after that is like a navy blue color right here. And as you can see, they're very softly pressed into the palette here. I wasn't sure, but it is very softly pressed, and they're very soft. The formula is very soft, almost like a talcum based kind of formula. The next shade that I'm going to swatch is this silver shimmer here, and it's right here. Really nice coloring, like I said. They're long lasting. The last shade I'm going to swatch is this black shade here, and that's how this looks from the Smoky palette and the colors that come in it. And this is the swatches. I'm going to make sure that my camera adjusts to the swatches. I'm going to get you up closer. There it goes. You see, so the camera already focused on the shades here, so you can see this is more of a cool tone palette. This is very good to have for like the winter time, autumn. So we're gonna go ahead and create a look with this. Okay, so just give me a second. I'm gonna prime my eyes and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use a transition shade, which is this one here. This one. It's this navy blue one. I'm gonna go ahead and use that as my transition shade. And I'm gonna go ahead and do like a winged out effect type of look. Y'all like that? I also do rounded eyeshadow looks. If y'all look at my video history, y'all would see. And I start at the my outer corner of my eye, and then just start working my way into the crease. So y'all let me know in your comments down below what y'all thought of this look. If this look is something for you, I'm gonna get you up close. Is this something that y'all would, you know, is this something that y'all would where are my thoughts? I'm trying to gather my thoughts here. Yeah. Well, I guess what I was trying to say is that y'all like cool tone palettes, y'all like warm tone palettes. Let me know what kind of looks y'all would like to see me create. Also, you know, if you would like for me to create another look with this, you know, just let me know and I'll do another look, which I plan on doing another look anyways. So with this palette, because like I said, we have warm tone shades here and we have the cool tone shades. Well, they're all cool tone, but I want to work in the blues here, and then I'll work in the browns in another look. You know, I'll incorporate some brown in there. I'll probably use some brown in this one as well. As you can see, why I started out in the outer corners, because I wanted to get that winged out effect, and I just wanted to work that color in with a fluffy brush like this, just to give it its structure, you know, structure on the eye for the rest of the look. So I'm giving it structure with this color here. Hope everybody's been okay. Everybody's have been healthy, and hope you had a lovely day. I want to build my subscriber base, so please do so if you're new to my channel and you're just clicking on videos to watch to kill time. I'm glad you stumbled upon one of my videos and you were able to watch me create a look. And if you can just please subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. It's helping me out a lot. I really need I need to build my subscriber base, and also have social media, Instagram and Twitter. I'll link all those in the description box below. So So what I'm doing in this, I'm doing the same thing I did with my right eye. I'm just giving it structure and blending the shade together. And giving it structure with the shade, I'm trying to say. Sometimes my camera blurs out. Sorry, not my fault. If sometimes, you know, I'm in the, while I'm doing my eye look, sometimes my camera tends to get out of focus, but I try to look up into the monitor and making sure that it's not out of focus. So I try to look up. So you see me look up a lot is because I'm trying to make sure that I'm not out of focus. That's the only reason I look up a lot, because my camera tends to do that. And that's one thing you'd hate, is being in the middle of a tutorial and then being out of focus, you know, when you're trying to create a look, when you're trying to follow along, or trying to see exactly what I'm doing here. So this color actually came on a little patchy. I can tell already, as you can see right here, it did not fill in quite as well as the outer part of the eye and in the inner part of the eye. It's a little patchy here. Not sure, maybe I think because I do feel like the primer that I put on is tugging the brush, and I think that's why the color had not been able to settle into the eye with the primer, because the primer was still kind of wet when I applied this on. So hopefully it sticks. I just really like this palette. I picked it up. It was $3.99. I just want to create 2 eye looks with it, and then I move on to another palette. And if y'all like to watch these makeup videos, hey, just join my family, my glitzzygem family. You'll be called a gem. I call all my viewers gems, because gems. See how it went out of focus? Because gems are precious, and my viewers are precious as well. So all my viewers, I consider them as gems to me. They're gems, and gems are rare to come by sometimes, and you just never know. We're all rare gems. We're all rare and unique in our own way. So yeah. So that's the whole concept of me. My name is called glitzzygem because I like glitter, and I love, and gem is, you know, as a precious stone, and so yeah, that's the reason why I call myself glitzzygem, and I call my viewers gems as well, because they're precious to me. So now the next shade I want to go in with is what shade I wanted to go in with, because as I see, it's already quite dark. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with the same brush here. I don't think I feel like I need to swatch brushes. I'm going to go ahead and go in with this light blue here. Just kind of go over, like where the crease is, above the crease. Just kind of go over that navy blue with this shade. Just kind of trace that around just like that. So you see how I'm just tracing over that navy blue, but it's just right at the top, right above, right at the top. Just buffing out any kind of like harsh edges that might have gotten from that shade. And it kind of even changed tone. It kind of changed it from being too dark to, you know, that's what light shades do to darker shades. It changes the tone of the eye. And the next thing I want to go ahead and use is for the outer corner, actually, I'm going to use a smaller brush. I'm going to use the smaller bristled brush here. And I'm going to use this shade here, which is a black shade. And I'm going to use that for the outer corner because I want to give it like that smoked effect. See? Just give it like a little smoky eye effect. And I just like to just kind of like, because sometimes there's a lot of product on the brush, so instead of it just being piled on or packed on to one area, concentrated area, I like to blend it to where it kind of blends all of the product into the eye. So that's why I'm kind of working it in, working the color inwards instead of outwards, because it all depends on how you work with your eyeshadows as well, because there's some eyeshadow formulas that you have to work that way with them, where instead of sweeping out, because then you'll get a bigger wing, you want that product to kind of stay inside the area you want it in. So if you don't want it to be all winged out, you want it to stay in this certain area, so you just have to keep playing with it, blending it, and just making sure, and you're just blending it in that area. You just want it to blend into the lid. And also, if you have any extra excess, I guess it's what I'm trying to say, any excess product, it will it will start going in towards the other section of the eye, which is fine because we can always clean this up. Excuse me. Allergies. Who has bad allergies? Y'all let me know. Let me know if y'all have bad allergies. I want to know. I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. Well, mine aren't that bad, but I get them almost every morning now. I'm getting allergies almost every morning. But see how I had went lightly into the palette on this side with my left eye, and so I don't have too much product. So I don't have too much product to where I need to work it into the eye. So I'm actually blending it out because I didn't grab too much product the first time. But when you do grab a lot of product, you do want to do what I did on this side here. You want to go ahead and just sweep it inwards into the eye. And then in this case, you do want to give it that shape, you know, like the other side. And it gets kind of hard because my eyes are not symmetrical, so they are different, and it's kind of hard to make them match. But I try the best that I can to make them match, and 99 or I guess 99% of the 99% of the time it matches, you know. But you only know your eyes. You're the only person that knows your own eyes, and you know what type of brushes to use. You know what kind of technique your eyes would do well with. Excuse me. And so this is what I'm doing with my shape of eye, you know, and I'm just showing you guys how to blend, how to create a look with colors, and making sure you're getting the right right color to create a look that doesn't look excuse me, that doesn't look too well, this is a dramatic palette anyways because it's a smoky palette. So but I'm, you know, since it's a smoky palette, I'm giving you instructions on how to create a smoky eye. And I'm doing it in the way it's more comfortable for me to do because of my eye shape. As you can see now, it kind of looks like it's there now. So I'm going to go ahead and go back in with the light blue shade. This one here, and I'm going to go ahead and go over again over the outer crease. Just go over it again. Just kind of wing it out, sweep it out. And just sweep that out and just kind of diffuse a lot of this dark patchy area, because you don't want it to look patchy. You don't want it to look too dark either. So we'll do the same thing to this eye here. I love it. Lovely. It's coming out lovely. It's coming out nice. So we're going to go ahead and do a cut crease so we can add the final touch to this look. And I will use a flat brush like this in my concealer. And the concealer that I like to use is this Wet n Wild, a Photo Focus concealer. Yeah, in the shade Light Ivory. And I like to use a brush because it comes in a doe foot applicator, so I use a brush to kind of sweep that color off and just clean this area here. And you want to look up so you can get a guide of how far your crease goes. So in this case, I'm still doing well because I don't see a guide where you see like a smear at the very top of the lid. So I'm gonna continue until I'm able to get a guide when I look up. So I don't think I got a guide yet, so I think I'm doing pretty good. I think I've actually reached where my crease starts, unless I go a little further. I think if I go a little further back out. Do I get a guide? I think I got it. I think it's right here. Let me get a mirror so y'all can see what I'm talking about, because it's kind of hard trying to look at the mirror that's in front of me when I need to get something that's handheld. I need to get a handheld mirror. Excuse me. So here we go. I'm just spreading it out. Kind of messed up there in the corner, but it looks like I did pretty good in cutting the crease and making sure I got the right guide for my eye. Well, so this is how far I want to go with my cut crease. I really just like to go like towards the center, but not too much to the outside, but that's okay. It's okay if you do go a little bit further out, because you can always add color. Always add more color. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. I'm going to cut the other eye. And look up. I can see that. I can see my guide here. You just gotta spread your concealer that way. A little more time just to make sure. Yeah, I think I did a good job there. I want it to go all the way out. And just keep patting that concealer on until there's no more. There you have it. There goes the cut crease. So I did it this way because I'm used to doing cut creases and working with a lot of shades, but with this palette you can always go neutral, natural, one shade, two shades, whatever you're comfortable with, you can do that. So now the next color I want to go ahead and use I always like to use a shimmer just to give it like that pop of color. Give it like a pop, actually make your eyes pop. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this silver shimmer here. Love it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start patting it in. Get my mirror here. Just start patting it in the areas where you put the concealer on. Okay, so just start patting it in where the concealer is. Might have to use the flat part of the brush to kind of draw across, like above where the concealer starts or ends, whatever you want to say. I guess ends or starts here at the top. You just want to trace it out where the concealer is, and just spread it out on the flatter surface of the lid. Just spread out the shade. Spread it out. Just, that's pretty neat. That's nice, isn't it? The next thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and go in with some more of that navy shade. But I'm going to go ahead and do both eyes this way. Just putting the silver here on the lid, going with the next eye here. Can y'all see that? Okay, here we go. So yeah, just go ahead and pat that shade in, brush it in. So there it is. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my navy blue color, navy blue shade, the one I use for my transition, and I'm also going to pat that on the ends with my flat brush here. I'll go ahead and pat that in on where at the end of the cut crease, you know, to kind of blend in with the silver. Kind of blend it in with the silver there. Okay. And then you also want to use the light blue shade to go next to the one to the navy color. Just want to go ahead and pat that in. Just pat it right there next to the navy blue. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Get the navy blue first, the navy blue matte, and just kind of like go pat it down next to this where the cut crease ends on the outer corner of the lid where the silver meets. And the navy blue, that's where you put the navy blue on that side. Okay. Now you're going to go ahead and go in with the light blue as well. And And you're going to go ahead and pat that a little bit in front of the navy blue. But you do want to get it close to the navy blue so they can kind of mesh together. Get like this gradient effect, you know. And now the last thing, if you want to add more black to the end, which maybe I can add just a tad bit with, you know, just the edge of the tip here. Just kind of like tap it at the end. Here in the outer corner. Just tap it there. Just kind of like blend it out a little. Like spread it out a little as well. To get that dimension. There we have that. There you have it. We have a blue smoky eye going right now. Yeah, blue smoky eye. Okay. So, I don't know if I should smoke out the bottom lash line as well. I think I'm gonna leave it the way it is because I think it's as dramatic as it is already. So let me come off camera, put the rest of my eyeshadow on, and I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, so I'm back. Here's the finishing look. What do you think, you guys? Did y'all like them? Hope you liked my look, my gems. Let's get up close. Here we go. You can see it looks like it's like you have like a gradient effect. So what I did is I went ahead and I just curled my eyelashes. I used my mascara. Use any favorite mascara of yours, and just put on a eyeliner at the top, liquid eyeliner at the top. Any favorite eyeliner that you would like to add. I also have a white eyeliner at the bottom just to kind of give it like that pop of color. And that's really basically it. What I did, and put on your favorite shade of lipstick, and you're ready to go out on the town. With the smoky, dramatic look of on this palette here that we have. So that was this is one eye look created with the smoky eyeshadow palette. Now we'll be doing another look using the browns, but in this case I did the blues with the silvers and blacks, you know, more of the blue tone side of the palette. So stay tuned for another video on using this palette so you can see what kind of look I'll create with it. And hopefully you enjoyed this look. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Thank you for watching. And again, for those who are new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, which is that little bell icon right there next to the subscribe button, and then like my video. Alright, I love you, my gems. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!